Did you realize that every single appointment that you schedule is going to be tentative? I don't care if she swears on the Bible that it's going to hold, it's still tentative. Things happen in people's lives, okay? So, therefore, since all of our appointments are really tentative, we use the tentative booking approach so that we can have more bookings on our books with those that are unsure of when they want to have their booking. Maybe they tell you, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. I totally want to do this. This sounds so fun, but I'll have to get back with you. Or they say something like, oh, I'd love to have a party. I want to have all my friends there. It'll be so great, but I got to check with them first. Or maybe she says something like, I never know my schedule from week to week. So I'm going to have to let you know when I get my schedule on Sunday. Okay. So because all of our appointments are tentative, we know that. Okay. You're going to do something to book all of these gals that are kind of iffy. And you might be tempted to say, okay, I'll get back with you later. Don't do it. It's just more stress on you. And you might as well have something to look forward to on your books because everything's tentative. So here's how you do the tentative booking approach. Okay, so let's say Sally says, oh gosh, this sounds fun, but it's just so busy right now. It's just so crazy. You say, oh my gosh, I can totally understand, Sally. It is a busy time of the year. Oh my gosh. Hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we schedule a tentative date with the understanding that if you feel too overwhelmed or whatever to get your relaxing facial, we'll just reschedule it. How does that sound? And that's what you say. Or maybe she'll say, oh, I have to check with all my friends. I want to make sure they can come. Then you say, oh, thank you so much, Sally. I so appreciate that you want your friends to come. Hey, how about we do this? Why don't we schedule a tentative date with the understanding that if your friends can't make it, we'll just reschedule. How does that sound? Or maybe you've got someone who's a waitress or works in retail and she never knows her schedule from week to week. So she says, oh, let me get back with you. On Sunday, I get my new schedule. You can say, oh, I totally understand. Why don't we do this? Why don't we schedule a tentative date with the understanding that if you have to work that day, we'll just reschedule. How does that sound? So you can see, oh, by the way, when you say, how does that sound? You go, how does that sound? And you shake your head and nod, even if you're on the phone. You know what's so funny is this works every time. And you can even use it personally with your husband or a friend or something. Let's say a friend calls and you're talking, you're like, oh, we should totally get together. And then she's like, I'm so busy right now, though. Why don't we, schedule next time we talk? And you're like, that she wants to get together. You want to get together. You can do this. You can say, hey, Sally, why don't we do this? Why don't we schedule a tentative date to go to the movies or out to dinner or whatever you and your friend want to do? And why don't we schedule a tentative date with the understanding that if you can't make it, we'll just reschedule. That way we have something to look forward to. See the power of the tentative booking approach? It works.